And good evening, high school football fans. Again, we are here live at Strider Field in Jamestown, New York for the Section 6 Class A semifinals between the Jamestown Red Raiders and the Williamsville South Billies. Jamestown undefeated, 9-0 on the season. However, Williamsville South 7-2, and this is a bit of a rematch opportunity for them. Norm Rodriguez here along with Jeremy Becker. Jeremy, how are you doing as we hit nightfall here in Jamestown?
I am doing great. As you said, this is a rematch. The last time Williamsville South actually lost, Norm, was against Jamestown in Week 2, a 42-37 loss. They almost came back, but just ran out of time.
Yes, and they were down 27-6 at one point, and they had an opportunity for a game-winning touchdown, but Sincere Green had that game-sealing interception.
Yep.
And we do got some people that Jamestown does need to look out for. But first, how about some sponsors that we always appreciate?
Yep, tonight is brought to you by Howard Hanna, Western New York Immediate Care, Chiefs Barbershop, Ad Pro with these comfortable jackets, Logistics Pro, RES Physical Medicine and Rehab, Cairo First Wellness Center, Paul Wolf Agency, and Trench Trophy.
Yeah, Ad Pro, and also man, myth, legend Paul Wolf knowing how to solve those problems. And even though Jalen Butera is going to be the anvil for the Jamestown Red Raiders tonight, Trey Drake needs to also have a great game himself. This Williamsville South defense, when they are ball hawking for interceptions, they make the most of it. They average more than 31 yards of return on 12 picks, and they've had 4 pick sixes.
Wow.
2 of them each by 2 players. One of them, Max Graves, who 2 of them on just 3 picks, 143 return yards, but he's also done well on the receiving end. He's got 4 touchdown catches, 290 yards receiving on 21 receptions, and those all lead the team in receiving. And Jeremy Thompson also having a great year defensively. He has 6 interceptions, 2 return for touchdowns, and over 180 return yards.
Exactly, but you go on the offensive side, you got Christian Dewar, who's a senior. On 41 carries, he averages 1,240 rushing yards, so 8.8 average, 13 touchdowns. The Williamsville South Billies also have Nathaniel Zachary, who's also a senior. 573 rush yards on the season, which is nothing to bat an eye at.
Oh, no.
10 touchdowns. Max Graves, about, I think, tight end or wide receiver. 21 receptions, 290 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then their quarterback, B.J. Tosca, who's a senior. 85 for 153, 1,130 yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. And again, you got to make sure when you're facing this high dynamic Jamestown defense that you keep the ball away from Butera. You keep it away from Sincere Green.
Yes, and with Butera, he's also starting a linebacker too, so keeping him out there longer in the defensive end will be one of the keys for the Billies. And again, they're coming here with a chip on their shoulder. They came up short versus them in Week 2, and that was their most recent loss this season to date. But we are about to have the national anthem, so we will step aside, and we will see you on the other end of it.
All right, and that was the national anthem brought to you by the Red Raider Marching Band, which I am a previous member of.
And that's what I'm sure Frank would have loved to see because it's the marching band. That's one of Frank's favorite things here in Jamestown. But right now, we've also got the referees here for tonight's game. The head referee will be Russ Bonfiglio, the umpire Keith Fish, the line judge Eric Majgajovsky, linesman Dave Fody, and back judge is Dan Ray.
All right.
So those are the officials for tonight's game.
Yep. So we talked about Williamsville South, who's coming off a 34-16 win over Kenmore West, which is Frank's alma mater.
Yes, it is.
But there's a lot to talk about with this Jamestown team. They have a lot of depth.
Yes,
I
they
mean,
do.
even their second string was strong last week against
Yes, they were.
Lockport in their 54-8 victory.
And speaking of that, Jeremy, in just a quarter and change, Jalen Butera, 2 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, a punt return touchdown, and a couple of interceptions on the defensive end. And it was such a lopsided affair that early in the second quarter, he was done for the night.
Yeah, he was. I think it was exactly midway through the second quarter that he was pulled, and then the second string, we right on right, who had a strong performance, and then at the end they had a big man touchdown, a handoff to I believe.
It was number 62. It was Jordan Howie.
I mean, and that was a nice play to the outside, nice handoff.
Good way to end the game, too. And Ben Anderson had a 59-yard touchdown run. But right now we're going to have the coin toss here. And the last time Jamestown won it, they wanted the ball first, and they were able to make the best of it. And we're going to see what happens here. And again, the winner will take on the winner of the game between Frontier and Hamburg.
Exactly.
And that's going to go to Highmark.
Yeah, and that's for the Section 6 Class A championship, Norm. This is the Class A semifinals.
Jamestown won the toss. They want that ball first. So getting Jalen Butera behind Drake right off the bat. They want to start the game off with the lead. They have rarely been behind throughout the season here at Strider Field.
I think they may have been behind against Orchard Park for a little bit. But
just a little bit, not too long.
I think they scored a touchdown, and then I believe the kick that was recovered that went off one of the receiving team's legs that was recovered by Caleb Bain.
Then one play later, Butera broke it loose, and that was the other common denominator for that game. But it's going to be Jamestown with the ball first, and we will, from what we've seen for Jamestown, they love to run those semi-shotgun formations, mainly the pistol, where they use either Butera as a single or they throw in Ben Anderson as well. We've even seen a little bit of radon right because earlier in the season, Trevon Blakesley, who was doing well as Butera's backup, had a season-ending shoulder injury, but Anderson's made the most of his carries, and so is Wright.
Exactly, and we saw radon right. I believe it was either here or Hamburg. It was here, 4th and 42.
That was at Hamburg.
That was at Hamburg.
And we are about to have the kickoff here. Butera and Sincere Green, the deep men for Jamestown. And the kickoff is going to be by number 28 for Williamsville South, Max Voyer.
So if you're Williamsville South, you want to win the Battle of the Trenches, because if your defensive line can't beat Jamestown's and Jamestown gets that gap open for Butera, he's gone. He's going in secondary for Williamsville's sake, the best. Worst case, he's gone to the house.
Yeah, I would say either squib the kick or pop it the way Sincere Green, but his return last week, it was a good 25, 30-yard return in spite of a bobble. But again, it's going to be Voyer kicking it off for Williamsville South, and we've also seen some of the unexpected. There's teams that'll try to do a surprise onside, but here we go. The Section 6 Class A semifinals underway. The kick got deflected off of a Jamestown Red Raider, but it looks like Jamestown got it. It deflected off of the helmet of Brandon Lobb, but Jamestown's able to immediately pounce on it, so it'll be 1st down and 10 Red Raiders at the 42-yard line, and good field position to start if you're Trey Drake in the offense.
Exactly. That's somewhere you want to be, deep inside your or shallow territory for yourself. Also, the vibe here at Strider Field, it's a little colder, so not as much, but the audience that's here, there's a confident energy, and rightfully so. Jamestown is a tough place to play, North.
Yes, it is.
We've seen the best teams in Class A come here, and now I don't want to say choke, because that is not true at all. They've just been outworked.
Outsmarted, outplayed.
Exactly. And that's nothing against them.
Oh, no. But it's going to be 1st and 10 to 42-yard line, and Drake going to go into a 2-back pistol formation here, and the extra blocker is O'Brien. He is set in motion, and blitz indicated by the Billies, low snap, but here comes the inside handoff to Butera. That gets read right away, and a big wall of defenders there, and the whistle does blow. A couple defenders that I saw personally for Williamsville South on that stop. Number 63, Caleb Kruzicki, and number 70, Matthew Murphy. 2 of the guys out of that big wall of Billy's defenders.
Yeah, and that's going to be a loss of 1, and that's lucky for Jamestown. But you can't be okay with that if you're Jamestown, especially on your running game.
Yeah.
Because they read that like a book, so maybe you have to go more into the air with Trey.
And he's had a decent year throwing the ball. He's only thrown 2 picks, 11 touchdown passes. He's thrown for nearly 1,200 yards, and he's completed roughly 60% of his passes, so he can get it done. And he's going to send Ben Anderson in motion. Here's the snap. And it's going to be a give to Butera again. And he's stopped again, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that tackle there by number 70, once again, Matthew Murphy. And so far, 2 runs for Butera. And so far, both plays, the Billies have had an answer. Hardly anyone that we have seen opponent-wise has been able to find one.
And give credit to the defensive line because they've been able to match Jamestown. They're not beating Jamestown per se, but they're matching.
Yes.
And that's not allowing Jamestown to open up those holes for Butera.
So that run was actually for no gain. 3rd down and 11. And in a 2-back pistol, and this is a throwing down here. Here's a snap. Billy showing the blitz. Drake rolls to the right, looking, still in the pocket. He's going to take off and run, and he gets hit right away. So a 3 and out, and if you're on the Billy side, you are elated right now. The stop there by number 63, Kruzicki, and 3 and out for Jamestown to start the game. That's the first time we've seen that all year.
Yeah, looks like he got to the line of scrimmage or just a little up, and that's the first negative play we've seen in Jamestown for a 3 and out.
So they're going to send Melendez out to pump the ball, and the deep man is Christian Dewar, number 6. And this one's a knuckleball punt, rolls a 30, gets a decent bounce around the 27, 26-yard line. Sincere Green downs it, and we're going to see the Williamsville South offense of the Billies with being led by P.J. Tasca.
And Tasca, again, I mentioned in the pregame, he's having one heck of a year. He is, again, if you didn't catch the pregame, 85 for 153, 1,130 yards in the air, 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. But Williamsville South is more of a running team.
Oh, yes.
As their running number 1 receiver or running back, Christian Dewar, 1,200 yards plus on 41 carries.
And it's going to be, and they're about to be in a pistol too. Like we said, their offensive scheme is very similar to Jamestown's. And here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Dewar, and he'll get it to about the 29-yard line. It'll be about a gain of 2.
Yep. So, again, Dewar is more than Carroll. Oh, they're saying it's Nathaniel Zachary.
I beg your pardon. It was Nathaniel Zachary on the carry.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8 from the 29-yard line.
And to viewers that are not certain by chance, Williamsville South in white and blue jerseys, and Jamestown wearing some different ones. They're in red and white. They're usually wearing those ones that look like Christmas.
Yeah, they're normally in their green jerseys for these more elite games, these more high-pressure games, but they're choosing the home reds.
And here come the Billies. This is a bit of a shotgun wing tee here as here comes a pass. Tasca shoots it long down the field and incomplete. The receiver had a step. The intended receiver was Brett Johnson, but the ball was just a tad overthrown. Beat out Kyler Nickerson, and by the time Sincere Green came to help, it was too late, but very fortunate it was an overthrown ball.
I believe that was Jarrell Farmer on the edge rush, Norm, that
Yes,
put
he was.
pressure on. Almost got him. A couple more steps, and he was going to bat that ball out of the hands of Tasca.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8, the 29-yard line, and that's 2 guys that the Billies need to keep an eye on defensively, Farmer and Anderson. They have both gotten to the quarterback a lot this year. Farmer ended the regular season with 7 sacks, Anderson with 6.
Impressive numbers for high school.
And this time we got Farmer in a 3-point stance. He's usually an edge rusher, but that's going to be Ray down right, and a fake handoff, and Farmer reads it perfectly. How about another sack? Why not? Put another one in the books for you. And how about 3 and outs to start the game for each team?
Yeah, that's going to be about a loss of 5, I do believe.
Jamestown will happily take it, so you give us a 3 and out, we're going to give you one right back. It's going to be a loss of 9 on the sack, so 4th and 17 at the 20.
So both teams to start out in total yards went negative, Norm.
Yes.
So that is, you could tell this is more of a feeling out.
A little probing, and that looks like they're going to go for it here. 4th and 17 at their own 20, unless this is a pooch punt.
But we saw that against...
And it's going to be a punt.
I was about to say, because we saw that against... Or Lockport tried that last week.
And here's Johnson with it, and that goes right into the hands of Butera. He had a punt return touchdown last week to the 40, and he'll get stopped inside the 40 to around the 36 from the forward progress. Still a good return. He had a punt return touchdown last week, and very fortunate that Butera didn't break it there if you're Williamsville South.
Exactly, but Williamsville South is not giving him any lanes, Norm. He's not getting the normal lanes he sees. So if you are Coach Langworthy, you're going to try to get an adjustment. Maybe a screen pass into the check down. Just something simple into the flat. You got to get Trey's arm going if the running game is not competent tonight. You know, great
Yeah.
teams. The teams who win football games are the teams that are the most
Versatile.
So, anyways, it looks like they're going to have Trey, Jalen, and I can't get the number on
Anderson.
the other one. Anderson.
So this is how they've been doing it most of the year. It's going to be an inside handoff to Butera, and he'll get it to around the 36-yard line, so a gain of 4 yards, and he gets himself out of the hole of negative yardage.
Yep. So 3 yards total offense for the Jamestown Red Raiders. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Oh, they're calling it a gain of 3 at the 37. Good thing is for Jamestown, though, they're in territory of the Billies.
Yeah, that half pooch punt was a good play by the Billies and a lot better executed than it was against when Lockport tried it.
Oh, yeah, with Lockport, Green he gave himself too little space. But Drake in the shotgun takes a snap. It's another give to Butera, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage once again. And one of the guys there on the tackle for the Billies was Luke Capola, number 54.
So obviously it's not working to the point where you want it. You might just want to consider throwing the football.
Well, 3rd down 6, it wouldn't hurt. And plus, this is 4 down territory.
Yes, because you're not in your territory. You know, you're not pinned. So I say definitely make this a 4th and manageable, but Drake's got to go in the air.
Well, O'Brien gets set in motion, and I thought there was going to be an offsides call.
That was close.
But O'Brien gets sent back.
Trey's confused on the play call. The Jamestown might be able to call a timeout.
Unless he wanted an audible or was not sure of what play to run.
Yeah, he's got to hurry up or it's going to be delay a game.
Shotgun formation. Butera the single back, and here's a give it to him on the delay. And he's going to be stopped for a loss of yardage. And I have to question this. So far, the Billies have had an answer for Butera. And yes, if you keep giving it to him every now and again, he'll break one loose. But 3rd and 6, why not take a chance and throw it?
Exactly, and that's another negative yardage. So now it's 4th and 7. You got to pass the ball.
That was a loss of a yard, too.
Exactly.
You've got to throw it here. We were even hearing it from some of the fans saying, why not throw it?
It's not, yeah, as you can see, your ground game is not working as of right now. And I'm not sure if it's because it's early game jitters, you know. Winner of this goes to a high mark for the Class A title. But if you want to win, you got to be resilient. You got to be versatile. You got to go to the air.
And it's going to be a pitch here to Butera, and he's got it. He got to the 30-yard line. His knee hit there, so that should be enough for a 1st down. But still,
Yep.
that was kind of lucky on Jamestown's part because the Billies had it read perfectly, but Butera was able to do a little juke, get a space for some extra yards, and just get the 1st down. It'll be marked at the 29.5-yard line roughly.
Did you notice that wasn't a dive, though? That was a pitch out?
That was a pitch, yes.
It was just a simple pitch out, and so that worked a little better for the running game. But if you're Jamestown, again, we talk about this all the time now, or at least so far in this game, you got to throw the ball.
Yes.
Trey is 0 for 0.
Well, he's going to throw it here. Play action fake. Goes long, wide open, and caught for a touchdown. I do believe he broke the goal line. Let's see the referee's
They're going to say
indication.
he's down at the 1-yard line, so that's going to be a 28-yard pass.
Trying to see who got completed to. It was to Freeney, Darius Freeney, who caught a touchdown last week. I almost thought the ball broke, but in high school and college, if your knee's down even before that, and even if you're not touched, you're down. But here's the Wildcat. And Butera just walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Early 6-0 lead here for Jamestown, and Profiter will come on for the extra point. She was a perfect 5 for 5 last week. The only time she didn't go out there, a failed 2-point conversion and a touchdown as time ran out.
And again, if you're Jamestown, you're happy with that because now Trey's proven he could throw the ball deep. That was a nice cut or slant route by Farmer. Or not Farmer. Freeney. And Trey put that perfectly. Now, Ella has been having one great season so far.
Well, here's Drake on the hold. The Billies nearly jump. High snap, kick on the way, and gets it through.
Oh, that was beautiful, Norm.
She's had some bad luck with kicks being blocked, but 7-0, 4:52 left in the first quarter as both teams will prepare for another kickoff.
So, again, now Trey, 1 for 1, again, 1 for 1, 28 yards. Jamestown, 39 yards, total 11 on the ground. As the fight song plays for JHS. The Billies, with that 9-yard sack, is -7 total yards, Norm.
But it's still early. The Billies have a shot to get a counteract here. Again, they're on a 7-game winning streak, and The loss they had versus Jamestown, it was a narrow one. It was not a blowout.
At first it was a blowout, but then they clawed their way back and just ran out of time. Because I'm not sure if it was because Jamestown let up the gas, and I'm not going to take anything away from Williamsville South.
Right.
I'm going to say Williamsville South made the proper adjustments in the game. And if you went back and watched it on the Western New York Athletics YouTube channel, you would see that early on, Williamsville South had no answer for Jamestown. And then after the half, they made the proper adjustments and they clawed back, but just ran out of time.
Yep. And Max Graves and Jeremy Thompson, the two deep men for Williamsville South. But it's going to be Keith Miller here on the kickoff. And this one will be a squibber. And, it's still a live play. And it gets picked up there by Thompson. Thompson trying to make up for some field, and he gets it to around the 15-yard line. But the way that kick was bouncing, that could have been a lot worse.
I mean, he's lucky that Jamestown defenders didn't get there as quickly as quicker, because I believe that ball was touched.
Yeah, and even though if it wasn't touched, it's a live ball.
Yep. So Williamsville South pinned kind of in their red zone.
14-yard line.
Yeah, the 14-yard line. So if you're Jamestown, you like what you saw on defense, holding the Billies. Your defensive line opened up the gaps and put pressure on Tosca and really made that important stop, which set up your offense.
Well, Billy's going to be in a trips left to start this drive off, and it's going to be another handoff, and that is to Dewar. Dewar will get it to about the 16, 17-yard line.
I'll say that's about a gain of 2 from my vantage point. So a little hole opened up, but, Jamestown's defense is able to close the gaps just as quickly.
So it's been ruled a gain of 3, so second down 7 at the 17.
Always one off. Anyway.
But here come the Billies breaking the huddle, looking to at least get their first down of the game. And here comes the motion man. It's going to be 4 wides on the left side. And Tasca going downfield again and incomplete, again intended for Brett Johnson. And it was thrown at the perfect spot where he would have caught it. But again, a tad overthrown. If he holds on to that and makes Nickerson miss the tackle, he's going to the house.
Yeah, there was no way he was going to be able to get caught. But so that's 2 20-plus yard throws that just were out of the touch. And again, Tosca's a senior, so he has this experience in the playoffs.
So 3rd and 7 to the 17, 3:58 left in the first. And Williamsville South, they got a decent turnout here on the opposing end of the bleachers.
From what I heard, they actually brought a bus for a
spectator bus.
A spectator bus for a student section, which is common for road teams to do in the playoffs, Norm.
Yeah, what you do is you chip in $5 to get a seat, and you go to the game and then head home.
I believe we have a timeout on Williamsville South.
So we'll take a quick timeout ourselves. You are watching this Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup right here on WNY Athletics. Stay tuned.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And we are back live at Strider Field, where it's currently the Jamestown Red Raiders 7 and the Williamsville South Billies nothing. Currently, Williamsville South has the ball, 3rd and 7.
And it looks like Jamestown's going to show a blitz. And here comes the front of the house, and it's going to be a fake reverse. Tasca looking. He'll throw it to the flats. That might get picked off. No, it's caught. And making a man miss at the 30 to 35. Tackled around the 39-yard line. Pass was complete to Max Graves. That almost looked like that was going to be a pick going the other way, but Graves able to secure the ball, get the Billies a first down, and That looked like a gain of about 21, 22 yards.
Yeah, that's gain of 22, Norm. Good eye right there. So that's going to take him out of negative territory, and that was a good throw there by Tasca.
Oh, it was a beautiful one. Right in the flats. A bit of a lollipop, but his receiver was able to catch it, and that's what matters. Trips right, one receiver to the left, and here's a handoff once again. And a big gap here, midfield, and down at around the 46. And that give was to number 32, Nathaniel Zachary, the other guy of the two-headed Hydra running attack for Williamsville South.
Yeah, that was a gain of about 14, 15 yards. They're rolling a 15-yard play. Again, now coming out of a timeout, we've seen this time in and time out where coming out of a timeout, it's been probably the best thing for our team.
Yes, and sometimes you need that little rest. And Billy's 2 plays, 2 first downs back-to-back, trips left, one receiver to the right. Fake handoff. Here comes a wide receiver screen pass. That is complete to Johnson. And Johnson lost ball, and it went out of bounds. Very fortunate that it was that because Jamestown nearly pounced on it.
Yeah. So that's going to be about a gain of 2 or 3. So, again, very lucky for Williamsville South, and sometimes you just need those small lucky bounces.
Yes.
They're going to rule this to second down and 5? They are.
So gain of 6 on the completion, second down 4 at Jamestown's 40, and after a shaky first drive, the Billies look like they're waking up a little bit. The sleeping Giants awoke on their end, and this is a tough place to play in Strider Field, but so far, Billies saying we can handle it. And Tasco looking to throw again. Here comes the rush. Gets away from it, looking, and he'll just go out of the sideline out of bounds. So smart thinking there by Tasco. Don't force the ball. Don't take a sack. At least either make it a minimal minus or get back to the original line of
scrimmage. Looks like it was a minimal minus, only a loss of 2.
And that might be ruled a sack, too.
That might be. But he ran out of bounds, thankfully.
I'm sure he'll happily take a loss of 2 on that play because that was busted. Jamestown penetrated the line effectively, and Farmer and Anderson were 2 of the guys that were nearing Tasca for another sack.
Yeah, I mean, they're beating their blockers on the edge, Norm. As in Farmer and Anderson.
But here comes a twin stack and a man set in motion. That's Dewar. Fake handoff. Tasca looks, throws, and incomplete. Kyler Nickerson there on the coverage. And it looked like it was intended for Brett Johnson. So this is going to be 4th down and 6. And if you're the Billies, you have to go for it.
Yeah. Or take a delay game and drop it and try to pin Jamestown back. Again, anything's possible. You got to take some risks in the playoffs if you want to win.
Well, Tasca is being sent back out on the field, and personally, if they choose to go for it, I like this decision. You're already down 7-0, not on your home turf. You can't afford to fall behind further.
Exactly. Maybe you could draw Jamestown offside to make this a 4th and manageable.
But they're going to go on a trip stack, one receiver to the right. Tasca on the shotgun, but Jamestown fans getting loud. Takes a snap. Tasca wants to get through the air. And here comes a pass, and that may have been picked off by Butera. Even so, it's going to be a turnover on downs. It's picked off by Butera. So 3 interceptions in the last 2 games for him, picking up where he left off versus Lockport.
Yeah, I mean, so that's 3 interceptions in the last 2 games. And in the playoffs, that's exactly what you need. Your big players to step up and prove that they are, in fact, your best. That was a little low. And I mean,
there's a flag, though. Late flag. I believe this will be after the penalty, or after the pick, excuse me.
I do believe as well.
So it'll be assessed from the spot of where Butera picked it off.
Because it was probably on sportsmanlike conduct.
We'll just wait and see from the referee's determination. This is on Jamestown, and looks like the head official is going to go to the head coach for Williamsville South.
Unless they want to do a replay of down?
If it would be a replay of down, if it's a big enough penalty, it would be an automatic first down. Pending if it's a 10 or a 15-yarder, or something like illegal contact or defensive holding.
Maybe.
We'll just wait.
It's going to be first down Billies.
Wow, so this will be a penalty before the interception, and this is big for Williamsville South. The ball is going to be spotted inside the 35-yard line from my vantage point. It looks like it'll be at roughly the 32, 33.
Wow.
What a turn of events. So ball at the 32-yard line.
Actually, that's where the interception was, Norm?
Yeah, it was.
Has there been possible pass interference?
Possibly, but here's a handoff once again to Zachary. Broke a tackle, gets it to inside the 30-yard line. Ben Anderson on the tackle, and another guy there in the assist was Julian McGoy.
Yep. So 19 rushing yards total for Williamsville South.
And we've got 2:43 left in quarter number 1 here at Strider Field. 7-0 in favor of Jamestown. But Williamsville South, they're driving and they're getting close to at least making this a 1-point game.
Yeah, I mean, they get bailed out by the penalty too, though, Norm, because
Yes, they do.
that's really a big one. And I believe that was pass interference because it was on the spot.
I would believe that too then. But 3-yard run there, or excuse me, a 2-yard run there by Zachary. So 2nd down and 8 at the 30. They're going to go 4 wides. This is going to be an empty backfield. And Langworthy is going to call a timeout here because of the offensive alignment. We'll take a quick break ourselves. 2:08 left in quarter number 1. Jamestown 7, Williamsville South 0. Stick around for the continuation of this Section 6 Class A semifinal matchup right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
And welcome.
sorry.
Sorry about that, Norm. Go ahead.
Well, Jeremy, during the break, we found out what that penalty was. It was a defensive holding on Jamestown prior to Butera intercepting that pass.
Which is big, and it would make sense because it's 10 yards from the spot.
And it's an automatic first down. So 2nd down and 8 at Jamestown's 30-yard line. Dewar set in motion. Here's a snap. And it's going to be a counter to Zachary, but Jamestown reads it beautifully. And Sean O'Brien, one of the guys there on the tackle, Farmer on the pursuit, as well as Anderson, and also number 53, Drace Garland. And somebody's helmet did pop off during that hit.
So,
Well, the referee's having a conference here. I'm not sure about what. So it's a 2-yard loss on the play. So it's a late flag. We'll see what it is. It's going to
illegal
be
hands.
Ooh.
Yeah, illegal hands to the face in Jamestown.
And that's going to be another automatic first down. And we've seen Langworthy upset before. For good example, the Frontier game, there was so much laundry on both ends, not just Jamestown, but right now, that is 2 drive extending penalties that Jamestown has endured.
Exactly.
Got to exhibit stronger discipline. So an automatic first down for Jamestown, or excuse me, for Williamsville South on Jamestown's
Actually,
penalty.
Norm, it's 3rd and 1.
Wow, so this is going to be,
Nate?
this will be at around the 22, excuse me. So 3rd down at the 22-yard line, 3rd and a yard. Motion man is Evelt, and Tasca, he gives it to Dewar, but he stopped right away. That was a loss of yardage there, back at around the 26-yard line. Farmer there on the pursuit, as well as Sean O'Brien once again. So this is going to be 4th down and about 5 yards. Oh, no. Oh, it's going to be a 6-yard loss, 4th and 7 at the 28-yard line.
You got to go for it.
And they are. Tasca's out in the field. And the Billies break the huddle. And they're going to go empty backfield here, 5 wides.
They're going for it, Norm.
A 2-wide stack on the left, trips to the right. Jamestown showing blitz. Here comes Farmer. Tasca runs around the pressure, looks. That's caught. And at around the 21-yard line, that's going to depend on the spot. That is very close.
He got it, Norm.
It was complete to Graves.
Yep, from my preview monitor, as I'm also
Wait, holding
producer.
on. Wait a minute. Holding penalty, Jeremy. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off. Late flag. Holding penalty on the Billies.
That is not good.
If you're Jamestown, though, because of that spot, it's so close, make them move back 10 yards.
You're lucky. I mean, both teams kind of getting bailed out by flags here. So the spot was from the 39 yard or 30.
It was from the 28. This is going to be an 18-yard penalty. So it's going to be 4th down and 25 at Jamestown's 46. They'll have to get to the 21 at the minimum to extend the drive.
And that is something you do not want to do against these Jamestown Red Raiders.
Nope, Jamestown takes advantage of these errant mistakes like
Clockwork.
Yeah, like clockwork, like bugs on flypaper, however you want to say it. Fourth and 23, excuse me, as 50 seconds are left in the first. So a big holding penalty. Jamestown again showing the blitz. We may see Farmer and Anderson try to rush the quarterback. Tasco wanting an extra blocker, and it's going to be a handoff here. And Dewar trying to find some room, but hit right away by Freeney, who made the nice catch to set up Butera's touchdown run. A big sack there. Personally, if you wanted to run something like that, I think Dewar would have been better off just doing a rugby kick.
Yeah, no, he pitched it off to number 6.
Christian Dewar.
So that was a loss of 15 on that play, and that actually negates all rushing yards for, as of right now, it brings it back down to 0. 6 carries for 0 yards.
I cannot comprehend what in the world they were thinking of for that play. I'm not sure if it was going to be a halfback pass by Dewar or if it was a way to just pick up some blocking and cut the yardage down. But Jamestown, great field position here. Pistol formation, give to Butera, and finds a bit of a crease, gets to about the 36-yard line, so again, 6 yards.
Probably going to be the last play of this drive.
I would say the first quarter.
The first quarter, not this drive.
Well, we'll see. You never know. Ball be at the 36-yard line, 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, they're just going to let the clock run out.
And that's a smart thing, and that's how we're going to end the first quarter here. Jamestown up 7-0 over the Williamsville South Billies. This Section 6 Class A semifinal matchup is 1 quarter old. Stick around for more action right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
And welcome back to Strider Field for second quarter action. We just got a live update from the Orchard Park Bennett game. The Bennett Tigers, the #2 seed in Class AA. It is 16-0 with 2:21 left in the first in favor of Bennett. Winner of that faces Lancaster or Clarence at Highmark next week.
And here comes another handoff to Butera. He's stopped behind the line again. This time tackled by Nolan Holtz. And again, in spite of giving up a touchdown run for Butera, the Billies have done impeccable keeping Butera in check so far.
Exactly, and Butera's only have 16 yards. There's only 16 rushing yards for Jamestown, so mainly it's been in the air. And Trey's proven he could throw the ball.
And the catch is the error was on one pass attempt. 3rd down, 537-yard line, and it's going to be a pitch to Butera. And looking for some blockers and flag on the play. He'll be short of the first down either way. Got to the 34. That's usually in the area of holding or blocking the back on the offensive side.
But it could be mainly a repeat of downs here if it's holding.
It's going to be a holding on Jamestown. If you're the Billies, push them back 10 yards. You don't want to give Jamestown a 4th and a yard.
Exactly. But again, that's a spot foul, so it shouldn't be too far. It's
a spot foul plus 10 yards from what I've seen. Not just for this game, but throughout the season.
I believe that's going to be a loss of...
It'll be at the 48-yard line. So it's going to be...
6-yard penalty. Well,
Looked like it was a 10, 11-yard penalty.
11-yard penalty. My apologies. I meant it's going to be 3rd and 16.
3rd and 16, the 48-yard line for Jamestown. This is a passing down. They've got Butera and Anderson in as the two backs. And Butera in the pistol formation, Williamsville South indicating some blitz, and Drake wants to throw, lobs it for Freeney. Caught! Can he go all the way? And he will for a touchdown! The ball, he broke the play before the ball came out on the tackle by Max Graves, but Drake lobbed that beautifully to Freeney. He secured it in, and all the rest was pretty much untouched.
48 yards for Freeney. Wow.
So Jamestown showing, stabilize Butera, no problem, we'll throw it.
Exactly, Trey Drake, 2 for 2, 76 yards. So that's been a huge relief from the running game. It's kind of opposite than what we're used to from Jamestown.
Polar opposites.
But it's worked. Again, the most resilient team, the most versatile team will go to Highmark because they found a way to win the game.
Here's a snap, put down, kick. Nearly got blocked, but squeaks in good. So 14-0, 10:50 left in the half, and Jamestown extends the lead. And if you're the Billies, you need to play it smart on this drive. That, for the good example, that 4th down play, like that still puzzles me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but again, Freeney 1 touchdown, but he's had all 76 rushing receiving yards. And then Butera had that one yard touchdown in the Wildcat, which Jamestown likes to do within the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's something Jamestown always does. And 14-0 lead, and the Billies did nearly pull off a comeback, like we said before the start of the game. They were down by 21 points at one point in the regular season matchup in Week 2, and they nearly pulled it off. So this is still an early ball game, and the Billies have a shot to cut this down to one possession.
They do, but if you're Williamsville South, you're kind of like, how is this happening? You know, you come out strong against a great Jamestown team, and it looks like you will hold them on the first possession. Everything's going great, and then they score a couple touchdowns on you.
Dewar, Thompson, and Graves are the 3 deep men as Miller will kick it off. And this one's another poocher, and it gets fielded there. Looked like it was by Chase Pierce, number 5, and he'll be tackled down at around the 37-yard line. Got tackled by Jarrell Farmer.
So if you're Williamsville South, I mean, Tasca's 2 for 6 for 18 yards, Norm.
But we have seen that he can throw it downfield.
He can throw it downfield, but a couple of those just haven't been able to connect.
They were both just a tad overthrown, and one of them, Farmer, nearly came in for his 2nd sack of the game.
Yeah, I believe it was the first long one.
So 1st and 10, 37-yard line. So decent field position here for Williamsville South to start it. And the Billies get the play call. And here comes the huddle broken, and Jamestown going in the 4-3. Little pistol formation here for the Billies. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a give on the counter to Dewar. But again, that gets read beautifully by Jamestown. Big loss of yardage. Main tackle there by another kickoff specialist. One of the team's favorite plays of the year from Conversations, Caleb Bain on the tackle.
Oh, there's a flag.
It's going to be a declined penalty, so it'll be a holding on the Billies, but Jamestown will decline it because that tackle was for a big loss of yardage.
That was about a loss of, let's see, we don't have a good indication from right here, but I'm guessing that's got to be.
Well, it's at looks like it's at the 28, so that's about a 9-yard loss, and it is a 9-yard loss. 2nd down and 19. You need to start throwing if you're the Billies. The running game has been pushed backwards.
Right, you don't want to say atrocious. It's just
right.
Been easily read.
Tasca picking up the extra blocker on the trips, right, 1 receiver left, and here comes the rush. He throws a lollipop downfield, and that's incomplete. It was intended for Graves, and very fortunate because Butera was right there. I'm sure his eyeballs got big, licking the chops. Oh, here comes another pick.
Exactly, and you can't do that against this Jamestown defense. Just throw a 50-50 ball because you got Butera, you got Farmer, you got Anderson, you got Sincere Green against that defense. That's a recipe for disaster, Norm.
Yes, it is, and it's going to be 3rd down and 19 at their own 28-yard line, and right now the Billies they are very close. If they're not there, they're very close to negative total yards of offense.
They are 9 yards of total offense.
And here's a snap. And it's going to be a handoff again, but stop behind the line again. A 3-yard loss on the tackle. One of the guys there was Joey Delgado, number 54, along with the rest of the front line for Jamestown. And Tom Prince always says this is the trench warfare.
Exactly. Whoever wins the battle of the trenches is going to win the game. It's been really, Jamestown's been making the adjustments throughout this game, and give credit to Jamestown because really throughout this season they've only had to make adjustments a couple of times, really against Orchard Park and Frontier and against this Williamsville South team in Williamsville South.
And it looks like they're going to go for it here unless they choose to punt the ball. And it's going to be backed up. Again, it's Brett Johnson, and that got nearly blocked by Farmer. This is a knuckleballer right into the hands of Green at the 46. Gets to the 50, picks up a block to the 40. He's down the sideline, and he gets pushed out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. So that's going to be a 29-yard return there by Sincere Green, and now there's a chance for a 3-possession lead for Jamestown.
And that's big because Jamestown doesn't get the ball back to start the second half. They elected to receive the ball, therefore Williamsville South gets the ball. But this game, we were talking that this game could go into overtime still, and there's still plenty of time left. There's about 33 minutes and 14 seconds left in this game, and that's not including halftime.
Yes.
Which we will probably be doing a halftime show for tonight.
Oh, we will be. We will be regardless. But right now it's going to be pistol formation once again, 3 wides. And here's the inside give to Butera. And again, the Billies come up with an answer on it. And it's going to be about a 3-yard gain, maybe 4 for Butera. But the Billies, again, plug that hole rapidly.
Yeah, and they've done a good job. They're doing better than most teams would against Jalen Butera. But again, Jalen's such a great athlete. He's probably going to be able to adjust like that.
Yeah, and worst case, he's also good as a wideout. They do line him up, flank him out as a slot.
As they are right now.
Nope, he's right beside Butera, or Drake, excuse me.
Actually, I thought I saw number 6 go on.
That's number 8, Colin Melendez. Here's a snap, and it's going to be another give to Butera, and breaks it to the red zone to the 20, tackled at around the 19. That's going to be 3rd down and a yard.
Now he's starting to pick it up. And he's starting to find those little holes and getting there a little quicker, pounding the rock a little quicker, Norm.
Yes, indeed. And here comes the almost like, yes, it is going to be the Wildcat formation, and a miscommunication there. Drake's going to flank out with Freeney, and Butera's going to keep it himself. He finds a gap. Biggest run of the night for him as he had tackled inside the 10 to around the 6. Longest run of the game for Butera so far by a long shot.
That's going to be a gain of 13, Norm.
So 1st and goal at the 6.
That's huge. 7:58 left here in the first half, and I think they're going to go for it again.
Yes, they are, back to back. Here's a snap, Butera, and a flag. This might be a false start on Jamestown.
I believe it is.
One of the linemen for Jamestown a little too gung-ho there.
Makes it 1st and 12. Well, still 1st and goal.
Yes.
From the 12-yard line.
So Jamestown with a big opportunity to make this a 20-point lead. And they're going to go with Butera and Anderson as the backs. Drake signaling the line as he backs up into the shotgun, the 2-back pistol. He's got 3 wides. And here's a snap, and it's going to be another give to Butera. Swings it over to the right side to the 5, and he breaks the plane for another touchdown. 2nd one of the game for Butera. 20-0 to lead. 7:18 left in the half, and Jamestown playing like they want to go to Highmark next week.
Every team wants to get to Highmark, Norm, but wow, give them credit on that run. That block was much better. Their O-line was much better against Williamsville South's defensive line. But they got to be careful here because a couple of PATs from Ella have been blocked, actually.
3 of them have been blocked.
Well, a couple of them, I mean, in this game, Norm, have almost been blocked.
Yes. And Drake will be the holder. And a Billy jumped off. So with it being moved a little closer, maybe Jamestown might go for 2.
Maybe.
Because it gets moved up.
Right. I mean, that was so blatantly obvious.
And
yeah, they're going to go for 2. They're going to bring in Colin Melendez.
Jarrell Farmer. And also number 53, Drace Garland.
Probably for an extra block. And they're probably going to go.
Oh, Wildcat. Man, I feel like Tony Romo right now, right here. Butera and the Wildcat. Advancement of the ball. They're going to go for 2, and he gets it in. So how about 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion? They get the double deuce on the board, 22-0. 7:18 left in the half. How about 15 second quarter points for Jamestown?
Exactly. And now Jamestown's starting to wake up, and that is something, if you're Williamsville South, you did not want to see.
Oh, no, in the last few games, because Jamestown, in the beginning of the year, there were a few tightly contested ball games, but in the later part of the season, they have been nowhere near close.
No, and so the last 3 plays have been Wildcat, and they've been wildly successful. I got you to laugh on air. Yes. All right, as we get ready for the kickoff, Gio Butera, if you're just joining us, 2 rushing touchdowns, both on the Wildcat and an extra point. And then Freeney, 76 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. Almost had 2, but his knee was short by 1 yard.
Yeah, and it's not the NFL. You can't fall down and then roll into the end zone. You're down where you're at. So Miller's going to kick it off here once again. It's going to be Dewar, Thompson, and Graves as the deep men for the Billies. And they need to get an answer here. They have to stop the bleeding at least a little bit. Miller's popped up a couple of squib kicks. Let's see what he does here. And this is another pooch kick. And once again, that's fielded by Pierce. Pierce will center to the field and gets to around the 37, 38-yard line, so the same spot as the last drive for Williamsville South.
Exactly, but the last drive also went
backwards.
Yep. I'm just going to do a little live updating for all of Western New York, Norm.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You know I can man this. It'll be a 1st down and 10 at their own 37-yard line as Tasca comes back out in the field. And if you're the Billies, the running game hasn't worked. You need to start going Air Coryell here as Tasca gets the play. And here comes the huddles. They're about to break it. And Jamestown in the 4-3 alignment. Farmer and O'Brien, the edge rushers, and 2 down linemen. And they're going to go into the pistol, and it's going to be another give here to Dewar. This time he finds some room and gets knocked out of bounds past the 45 by Ben Anderson. Got to about the 46, 47-yard line from where he got dragged out.
Yeah, that's going to be a 9-yard.
So a 9-yard gain, 2nd and a yard. Their best run in quite a while.
Exactly.
So 2nd and 1, do not get fancy. That's what's hurt them as in the Billies. That's what's hurt them so far, getting too fancy with the running plays instead of just keeping it simple.
Exactly.
Again, 2nd down a yard and nearing Jamestown territory. They're going to go in a 2-back pistol set. Dewar's set in motion, and here's a snap, and it's going to be a give to Zachary, and he will get the 1st down. There may have been a face mask on Butera, and there's the flag.
And that is the right call because I saw him grab the face mask and then the helmet of the player just going to the left.
So it'll be 15 yards tacked on from the end of the run.
Jalen does not like that call.
And honestly, he has no right to complain about it. It was clear as day, very obvious from our view. Clear face mask, and it's going to be big here for the Billies. They're going to be in Jamestown territory because the run was enough for a 1st down by Zachary, and now you add on 15 to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 31-yard possession or 30-yard play. And now momentum is starting to swing. And again, it is like a pendulum. Momentum's always like a pendulum.
Again, the 2-back pistol set as Jamestown showing the blitz. Zachary and Dewar the backs. Here's a snap, and it's a pitch to Dewar. He finds a bit of a gap, but he gets hit right away. He'll get about a yard on the run.
I think they're actually going to mark it that he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like it'll be no gain on the run. Caleb Bain on the tackle.
Be 2nd down and 10.
And again, should this occur, 4 down territory.
100%. You're down by 3 possessions now at this point. You got to do something.
And Williamsville South about to break the huddle.
And Williamsville South has proven that they're very capable. They beat a very tough Kenmore East or Kenmore West team last week.
That was a 34-16 victory as they'll be in the shotgun once again. Zachary sent in motion to be an extra blocker, and Tasca directing the traffic as Jamestown showing the blitz. Here's a throw, and it's incomplete. That was intended for Brad Avelt. So now it'll be 3rd down and 10 to 38. So, but after that penalty, 2 plays, no yards.
Yeah, and that's not what you wanted if you're Williamsville South, and exactly how you want it to be as Jamestown. Again, Jamestown's starting to wake up, making the proper adjustments, and now they're shutting down that high dynamic offense for Williamsville South, Norm.
Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 at the 38-yard line, and the minimum goal should be at least get half the yardage. If that way, should it be a 4th down, it'll be more doable. But again, 3rd down 10 to 38-yard line here for the Billies. Once again, Jamestown showing the blitz, and it's going to be a give to Zachary, and he's going to plunge it forward to about the 35-yard line. So looked like it was going to be no gain yet again, but Zachary was able to extend it, kept churning the legs till the whistle blew, got 2 yards.
So now, if you're Williamsville South, you have 17. So now you're going into the right direction in your offense.
Yes.
You're going away from the negative number, but they only have -1 rushing yards, Norm.
And on 10 carries from what I see.
Yeah.
But a timeout has been called. 4:41 left in the half. Jamestown up 22-0. You're watching this Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup between these two teams right here on WNY Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
It's going to be 4th down and 8 at the 36-yard line of Jamestown for the Billies. And Tasco wants to get to the air, but here comes the blitz again. The pass is caught, and enough of the 1st down and more. That's complete. Picks up some blocks, swings it to the right side, and gets out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. So what patience there by Johnson, and Tasco, again, under pressure for the umpteenth time from what we've seen, but he's able to extend it just enough to get it to Johnson and then let him do his footwork and get more than enough to move the chains.
Exactly. So from the 36 to about the 17-yard line, so 19-yard rush or 19-yard pass there. And really, Tasca's been under pressure a lot, and he's been able to stay calm, cool, and collected and make those plays.
And the ball be at the 17-yard lines. So they're in the red zone and a chance to cut the deficit down. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Task on shotgun. It's going to be another give to Zachary, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Caleb Bain, one of the guys to get the tackle there. Looked like it was Bain and McGoy on the stop.
I believe it was. And the clock keeps rolling, and you cannot afford to do this if you're Williamsville South and let this clock run. I know you get the ball back to start the second half, but less time you have to come back, the more time it might come back to bite you in the end.
Yep. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line. Again, same formation as last. Trips left, 1 to the right, and it's going to be another give to Zet. No, it's a keeper on the fake, but Jamestown read it perfectly. O'Brien with the stop and tackled back around the 21-yard line. And again, the Billies are just shooting themselves in the foot, being too fancy.
Exactly. Now it's 3rd and 12. So if you are Williamsville South, you got to make this either a 1st down or 4th and very manageable.
Yes.
But you can't let this Jamestown defensive line just open up holes for their defenders. Jamestown closes the gaps pretty quick, and we've seen it all season long.
It's going to be 3rd and 12 at the 20, and Tasco wants to throw. He's going to throw it on the right side of the field. That is almost caught there very fancily by Graves, but that's going to make it 4th and 12 at the 20-yard line.
That's the right call.
Yeah.
But just a little too high. So, maybe gripping the football a little tight. It is a little colder out there, so maybe the cold has something to do with it.
And it looks like they're going to go for it here again, 4th and 12 at the 20.
Which is not a bad call because even if you miss it, you're pinning Jamestown within the red zone in their own territory.
So the Billies break the huddle, 4th down and 12 at the 20-yard line, looking to get something going in their direction. Trips left, one receiver to the right, one slot receiver. Motion man is Dewar. Here's a snap. Tasco wants to throw, but here comes the rush. He's going to be sacked again. This time by Ben Anderson, and Farmer was also there on hot pursuit, and that's going to be about a 14-yard sack. And when you turn the ball over, if you're an opposing team to Jamestown, 1st down Red Raiders.
Exactly, and that's not only is it a bad loss of yardage, Norm, instead of throwing the ball, keeping Jamestown pinned within their own 20. No, Jamestown has relatively decent field position. It looks like at the 31-yard line. So that was a
11-yard sack.
11-yard sack, and that's not good if you're Williamsville South.
So 1st down and 10 coming for Jamestown. So far, 2 rush touchdowns by Butera and a touchdown catch Freeney from Drake. And Freeney's got both catches of Drake's pass attempts.
Exactly.
That could also be good for a 158.3 QB rating, which is the highest it could possibly go. Here's a snap and an inside give to Butera, and he breaks some tackles, and he's loose. Midfield to the 40, to the 30. Can he get there all the way? Unless he can get caught, and he's going to score. 68-yard touchdown there for Butera. And how about a hat trick there for Jalen Butera? 3rd touchdown of the night. 28-0, 2:43 left in the half. And it's going to be a PAT try once again here for Jamestown. And this is how it happened. Butera, simple handoff, stayed patient, found the gap, and Shazam, he was gone. Goodbye, Shirley, as here comes the extra point attempt by Profiter. Oh, I stand corrected. They're going to go for 2 here. They're going to keep Butera on the Wildcat. We might maybe see a pass here on it. Let's see. Here's the run, and Butera will get it in easily. So how about 23 second quarter points? 30-0, 2:43 left in the half, and now Jamestown, in the words of Steve Winwood, they're rolling with it.
Yeah, just keep rolling if you're Jamestown.
And both teams getting back out for the kickoff. Again, Jamestown playing like they really want to be at Highmark next week. Once again, the winner of this game will take on the winner of the Frontier Hamburg matchup, and that will be for Section 6 Class A action at Highmark Stadium, the home of Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and the Buffalo Bills. And we'll also be there next week as well.
He will be.
And here come both teams getting back out onto the field. And it looks like, it will be Keith Miller booting the ball again for the Red Raiders.
Anyways, it looks like we got an update from Lancaster.
What's the score?
It's 21-0 Lancaster over Clarence.
Wow. But Miller putting ball to the tee. And again, the return men for Williamsville South are Dewar, Thompson, and Graves. And here comes the boot. And a deeper kick this time, and it takes a bounce, gets picked up there by Thompson. Thompson makes a man miss, gets to the 25, and Melendez is one of the guys there on the stop, along with Sincere Green and Kyler Nickerson. So ball be at roughly the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Billies, and you got to keep it back to the basic factors. No fanciness, no trickeration handoffs or wild counters. Just keep it simple, and you'll get 6 points on the board in no time.
Especially against this high-dynamic Jamestown defense. I mean, I keep repeating myself, Norm, but what other words can you describe this great defense from Jamestown? Amazing, skilled, talented.
The Red Sea.
And the Red Sea won't part for Williamsville South.
But 30-0 to score, 2:35 left in the half, and they're at their own 30-yard line. Here's a snap. And it's going to be a give here to Zachary again, but again, the pursuit, Ben Anderson with the tackle, and that's going to lose a couple yards.
Looks like it's only going to be a loss of 1.
Loss of 2.
I'm always 1 off.
Ha!
Welcome. For Western New York, that is typical for me. If you don't know me, I am always 1 off on my predictions. Anyways, it is 2nd down and 12.
And we're about to hit 2 minutes left in the half as a miscommunication there for a second by Jamestown, but they've got together. And so far for the Billies, 12 rush attempts, a grand total, -3 yards.
That is not going to win you football games, Norm.
They need to get an answer here. Jamestown, show them the blitz. Avelt sent in motion for an extra blocker. Dewar being sent in motion, and Tasca looking to throw. Oh, he lost a snap, but he's able to fall on it. And that's going to lose about another 6-7 yards from my view.
We'll just see how they mark it up in the scoreboard. I'm going to mark it as a -7. It's going to be. I'm going to say it's 3rd and 19.
Looks like it's going to be a 5-yard loss, 3rd and 17.
At least I wasn't 1 off.
So 3rd and 17, their own 23, and under 90 seconds left in the half as Tasca gets back out in the field. Honestly, even if it results in a pick, it wouldn't hurt to shoot one 30, 40 yards downfield. That way, if it would be picked off, Jamestown will get pinned, should that be the case. But you want to get points on the board before halftime. Plus, you get the ball to start half number 2.
Right, and you have 1 minute remaining in the second quarter play. 1 minute.
Days of Jamestown Rebels for you as Dewar set in motion, 3rd and 17, 23. Here's a snap, and here comes the rush again. But here comes a screen pass to Zachary. Zachary picks up a convoy, and he gets to around the 38, 37-yard line. This is going to be 4th down short here. So well executed on the screen pass, and that was probably one of their better plays of the night besides that completion to Brett Johnson that got them to the red zone the last drive.
That was a gain of 15.
4th and 2, and you need to hurry up if you want to score.
Exactly. You're under 30 seconds. You're actually at 20.
And they do have 1 timeout left, but here's 4th and 2, and it's going to be a give to Zachary, but we have a whistle. A timeout's going to be called by Jamestown, but we're going to stick around here. Jamestown, so far, 23 second quarter points. Butera with a hat trick of touchdowns once again with a strong performance, and both of Drake's completions, which are also both his pass attempts. Darius Freeney, 28-yard gain to the one to set up the first touchdown in the game, and the other one, a 48-yard strike on a lob that got him in the end zone.
Yeah, and so Jalen Butera, 14 carries, 118 yards, Norm.
Off to a slow start in the beginning, but when you get enough carries, eventually you will break one loose, and that was shown right there.
And it's just the opposite for Williamsville North. I mean, Tasca, 4 for 11, 48 yards.
And the running game has just been, I don't want to bash, but it's been atrocious.
I was going to say non-existent. Because, I mean, there's been some flashes here and there, but 12 carries for negative 10 yards, that is not going to win football games.
But 16.1 left in the half, and it's going to be a give here, and I don't think he got it. We'll have to see the spot. And the clock's still going to run here. They had to get to the 40-yard line, and it looked like he didn't get it.
Nope, he's short.
And the clock was still running, and Jamestown wasn't too happy about it. But
exactly. So
it will be corrected. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
I was going to say, that's going to be corrected. Jamestown's going to have some. It's going to be a 1-yard gain. That's going to be enough. It's going to be a Jamestown first down. They're going to probably put 4 seconds on the clock.
So maybe roughly 8-9 seconds.
It might be. I might just let this clock go to 0 on our scoreboard.
But we'll keep you updated on it. It's only going to be one more play. And if I had to guess, if you want to put more points up before halftime, shoot one for the end zone. Drake has the arm strength to do it.
Yep. We're just waiting for the officials. The official going over to, I think, Coach Tom Langworthy to talk about it. Again, lots of things going on here.
Yeah, we're waiting.
We are waiting just to see if there's going to be a time correction. It is Jamestown ball. We do know that, and the clock is
I think it's going to be 10 seconds from the coaches. From their gestures, I would say it's about 10 seconds.
Which is, hey, Norm, you're right. So I'm going to add 10. I'm going to put 10 seconds on our clock here.
And what's funny is they do have 1 timeout left. So if you get a good enough amount of yards here, call a timeout, have Profiter kick a 3-pointer in between the pipes, and make it 33-0. Or shoot it for the end zone.
I was about to say either shoot it for the end zone or just open up some gaps for Butera, who had a 68-yard rushing touchdown just in the last possession. So Obviously, the clock will start on the snap.
Billy's in a bit of a prevent defense as Drake will look to throw. Looking, gets out of the pressure, still looking, throws, and that is incomplete.
And that was the right play if you're Trey. Because instead of taking the sack and loss of yards, it's still second down, and there's still time on the clock to run another play.
So exactly 4 seconds left in the half. Let's see what they do here. I would guess it would be just a simple handoff to Butera. Unless they want to just choose to knee it.
I would say just knee it going into the half feeling good about yourself. You know, you're feeling confident. Oh, they're going to go ahead and run a play, it looks like.
Again, Jamestown playing like they want to go into Highmark next week. And the way this is looking, this might either be a give to Butera or a shot for the end zone. And it'll be a give on the delay to Butera. And he's trying to reverse some field a little bit. He'll just head out of bounds. And that's how we end the first half with your score, Jamestown 30, Williamsville South Billies 0. And we have hit halftime here of the Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup between these two teams on WNY Athletics. We have hit halftime, but momentarily we will have a halftime show where Jeremy and I will continue our little spiels here, but do stick around.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Look, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
All right, welcome back to Strider Field, where it is currently 30-0 in favor of the Jamestown Red Raiders over the Williamsville South Billies. As you can see on your screen, Jamestown has just been really dominant, really waking up in the second quarter. Jeremy Becker here, and shortly will be joined by Norm Rodriguez. Trey Drake in this first half, 2 for 3. 76 yards, and on the ground, Jayla Butera, 14 carries, 118 yards. Freeney was really, sorry for the out of breath. Freeney was actually really effective on the ground. 1 touchdown for 76 receiving yards. On Williamsville South side, their offense has really not been that good. 4 for 11, 48 yards for Tosca, who's a senior. And then on the ground, only -9 yards for 13. So Jamestown really suppressing Williamsville South on the offensive side of the ball. But there's still plenty of time for Williamsville South. I'm going to go ahead and take another break. And on the other side, we'll have the third quarter action between the Williamsville South Billies and the Jamestown Red Raiders.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyimmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
All right, so I am joined now by Norm Rodriguez. And Norm, we got a couple score updates.
Yes, we do. And the main important one that Jamestown fans should be looking at, Frontier, Hamburg. And what you told me, Frontier, it's a tightly contested battle right now. Frontier's up 21-14.
Exactly, and Hamburg is a really good team. We've seen it when they played Jamestown. We've seen it all season.
Yes, we have. And Frontier, they were the closest team besides Williamsville South to defeat Jamestown in the regular season. Frontier, a victim of being ran out of time, 20-14 loss. And when Jamestown played Hamburg on the road, Jamestown beat them easily, 47-7. Butera had 6 of the 7 touchdowns, and the only other one that was not by him, Caleb Baines pick 6.
Exactly. So yesterday's scores, we actually had South Park beat West Seneca West 22-9 in the Funk Bowl.
Yes.
Dunkirk cruising past Burgard 20-8. Then Wilson beat Falconer Casadega Valley 21-7.
Wow. So some games already being played on Thursday, and there's some more games going on tomorrow. One of them, the CSP game at Panama High School. That's going to be a big one, and we will be on call for that as well. And
you, Tom, I believe you, Jacob Fayok, and Alex Colsey will be there. I have other obligations I need to take care of. So I will not be there tomorrow. And again, Norm, I mentioned that this defense for Jamestown's really neutralized the offense of Williamsville South.
Yes, and when Williamsville South tried running the ball, it hasn't worked. And there was a lot of lost yardage, and in the first half, 13 rush attempts, -9 yards.
And again, then I mentioned to their quarterback, only 4 for 11, less than half, almost just a third of completions, 48 yards.
Yes,
so that's not good enough.
Yeah, it's not good enough at all. And the team that CSP will actually be playing tomorrow, we saw this team in the second week of the season versus Randolph, the merged Franklinville-Ellicottville Titans. And the Titans, they're another team that is strong. And Bo Bilecki having a great season. Blake Frank had a great year. And they came close against Randolph when we saw it was a 36-26 ball game. And, again, they will be the ones playing Clymer-Sherman Panama tomorrow. But I see we got an update.
Yes, from Fredonia. 21-7 in favor of the Hillbillies.
Wow, and a few of the people were thinking that Fredonia would kind of run away with this. It's been an uncharacteristic off year for Southwestern, and Fredonia, they're coming off of a 45-6 victory over the Akron Tigers, but this is the catch. They're not able to play on their home field because of the weather conditions making it
impossible.
Deplorable.
Yeah.
So they're playing at Dunkirk High School. We were actually there last week for the Akron game.
And then Medina is up 17-0 over their opponent. After just an interception, they just retweeted that. I am working to get on more scores, Norm, but if you're Jamestown, keep your foot on the gas. You don't want to play in your second string now. You want to just keep bearing Williamsville South because Williamsville South last game proved to you they could come back.
And they did. It was a 27-6 deficit that they faced. 30-0 is a slightly bigger, but it's not a lot. It's still early for them to panic. You need to think of it this way. This is a fresh second half. Hypothetically, pretend that it's 0-0 and just go on a run. If they can go on a run, there's no reason why they can't inch closer in this game.
Exactly. And it looks like... No, that's still the update. These are from earlier updates, from earlier games. So, there's a little soccer action. Fillmore takes a 2-0 lead with a breakaway free kick with 5:25 remaining. Williamsville South coming back onto the fields for their warm-ups.
Yeah, and wow, we just heard an update from Sam Prinzi, the public address announcer for Jamestown Public School for the football team. 46-6. Bennett Tigers over the Orchard Park Quakers. No. That is absolutely astonishing.
Not only is it astonishing, I mean, Bennett is the favorite to dethrone Lancaster. They already beat Lancaster this year.
Wow.
So Bennett is in the Class AA is the only team theoretically that could dethrone Lancaster from winning another sectional title. I mean, those Lancaster legends have just been – it's a dynasty at this point.
Lancaster, ever since I started living in Jamestown, they have been a powerhouse for, I would say, the whole 7 years. And also one of our colleagues calls those games for Lancaster, Mr. Mark Johnson.
Yep, and we'll probably work to get an update from Lancaster and update you somewhere through the third quarter.
Yep, and we will keep on giving you all updates throughout the game, but especially the one that is essential and exclusive, the Frontier Hamburg game, because the winner of that game will be taking on the winner of this game, though Jamestown is running away with it. But we're going to take a small break here. A little over 2 minutes left until a 3-minute warm-up. Again, the score 30-0 in favor of Jamestown, but please stick around for the start of the second half right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a... When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Look, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
And we are back, and we have a quick update from Bennett. It's 46-14 after the Quaker score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion with 37 seconds left. At the half, Lancaster's up 21-0 over Clarence.
Yes, and again, the Frontier Hamburg game. Frontier's up 21-14, and the thing that we didn't even realize until we took a quick gander during the break, it's only near halftime, 46-14, Bennett over Orchard Park. This could be one of those ones where it's like the Saints-Lions game where it was like 45-10. Detroit nearly came all the way back.
It's possible because Orchard Park just scored a touchdown. So I'm watching this game. We are broadcasting that live on Western New York Athletics as well, along with this game in the Class B game.
Yep. And Tom Prince, one of the guys on call for the the Bennett game, same logo, different location.
Yeah. They're both the Tigers. And again, we're just waiting for both teams to line up. It's going to be Williamsville South ball. Now, if you're Williamsville South, that running game started out strong, but then kind of fizzled out, probably because Jamestown's defense adjusted properly.
Yes.
But if you're Tosca, you got to be better than 4-11. I mean, granted, he has 48 yards, so it's nearly 10 yards of throw.
Yeah.
But you got to have more than that to win a football game. And that looks like up in Bennett. We just got a scoring update from Bennett.
Kick return touchdown?
Yep.
So right off the bat, kick return touchdown for Bennett. Now 52-14, 25 seconds left in the half. And another update we're seeing, Class B action, Albion versus Iroquois. And Iroquois is up 21-12, third quarter. But here comes Keith Miller with the squib kick. And gets fielded there at around the 29-yard line. And picking up some blockers, gets past the 40, around the 45-yard line. Looked like it was Bennett Peters on the return, number 9. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Billies.
So that was a good return for the Billies. I know it was only a squib kick, but that's something you can build up off.
Yes.
So first drive of the third quarter, second half, take it drive by drive.
Yes. So the Billies break the huddle. They're at the 45-yard line to start it off. Right now, the main goal to start it off, just get one on the board.
Exactly. It looks like empty backfield or...
Nope, no empty backfield. It's going to be a single back pistol.
Just a switch.
An audible.
Yep.
Motion man, and here comes the side. Oh, that got broken up by O'Brien. If he catches that ball, though, he's going to the house. And it was Dewar in motion. The pass was intended for Johnson. And O'Brien just right there.
Again, that's a good sign if you're Jamestown. But for Williams South, that's not how you want to come out of the...
Oh, no.
Out of the half.
But second down and 10 at their own 45-yard line as Tasca gets the play and will relay it to the huddle.
But again, that's the right play call. Just the execution was just a tad off. Because you're doing something short to start the offense. You know, a little kickstart.
And Jamestown showing the edge rushing again. Here's a snap. Tasco wants to throw for it. Looks. Throws it to the flats. Incomplete. That was intended for Daniel Peoples, number 13. It's going to be third down 10. They're on 45. And so far, 26 plays run by the Billies. 39 yards. Only a yard and a half per play.
That is, again, that's not good. And they're not playing bad.
They're looking for anything they can find, but Jamestown has found an answer.
Exactly. And Tasca's a great quarterback. His season stats have proved it.
And they're going to go trips left, one receiver to the right, and here's the snap. And it's going to be a give here to Zachary, and Zachary gets more than enough for a first down. Gain of about 14 yards there, and They fooled Jamestown there. Looked like it was going to be a pass play, but a give on that draw delay to Zachary, and he gets about 14 yards on the run.
And that's exactly what you wanted for Williamsville South. Anyways, clock starts to unwind here.
And good thing is it's not big enough yet for it to be a running clock.
Exactly.
You never want to have a running clock during a game.
Especially in the playoffs with a chance to go to Highmark next week.
Yes, when we were at Dunkirk last week, there was a running clock started the third quarter. Same here at against Lockport last week. But it's going to be another give to Zachary here, and breaks a couple tackles, but he gets tackled by Anderson at around the 38-yard line. So it'll be about 3 yards.
And now they have 8 yards rushing. So now they're starting to pick up the pace a little bit.
So 2-yard run on the play, 2nd down and 8. Ball be at around the 39-yard line. Tasca gets the play call, and the Billies will break the huddle. Jamestown already ready. 30-0 lead here for the Red Raiders. Billies looking to just get their first points of the game to avoid the 0.
And possibly start a comeback here.
Well, here's a snap, and it's going to be a give here to Dewar. Dewar finds a little bit of space, and he's been held in check all night. Coming into the game, nearly averaging 9 yards a carry, and Jamestown's found a way to stabilize him.
Yeah, that was only about a gain of 4 yards right there on the play. Yeah, gain of 4. So, but yeah, Dewar's been contained.
So 3rd down, 4 at the 35-yard line of Jamestown, and again, this is 4-down territory here.
100%. You have to go for it on 4th. You're down 30-0, Norm.
You need to get some momentum going your way, and sometimes it's mandatory to take risks for it. But this is a 3rd and manageable. 3rd down, 4 at Jamestown's 35. Jamestown showing the blitz. And here's Tasca. This time there's enough protection, but the throw's too high. That one was intended for Brett Johnson. This time he had ample time to throw it, but it was just way too high.
Yeah, it's almost as soon as he set his feet, he overthrew the ball. So now that's 3 straight incompletions. Well, not 3 straight, but it's 3 incompletions to open up the second half, and that is not what you're looking for if you're Tasca.
Yep, and so far for Tasca, 4 for 14, 48 yards passing. And it's going to be 4th down and 4 at the 35-yard line.
And I like this decision. You're going for it. You already converted once against Jamestown.
Yes.
If you convert again, then you build momentum.
And this should be a throwing down here.
100%.
Pistol formation once again as Graves is set in motion. And here's a snap. Here comes Jamestown on the big blitz. Throws it downfield. Pop fly. Picked off Butera. How about back-to-back games with 2 interceptions? And in all honesty, I don't even know why he would have went for the pick, because that gave up about 30 yards of field position.
Exactly.
Yes, he got the interception, but he'd have been better off letting that go incomplete. There was no open receiver in that area.
Exactly. That was just – I would have batted it down, because then you get better field position.
Yes.
Instead of padding, kind of stat padding a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he has great stats already.
Yeah, he does.
But you can score anywhere with this Jamestown offense, but I'd rather be at the 40 or 38-yard line compared to the the 10.
But Butera is also known to break one off to make up some yardage. 2-back pistol, and this is going to be a give to Anderson. His first carry of the game. Gets to the 20, 25 to 30. He's down the sideline. He's got one man to beat, and he gets tackled at the 45. Brought down by Brett Johnson, and that was Anderson's first carry of the game.
And that was good for about 40-ish?
We'll see from the spot.
Actually, it might be, 40.
It's going to be 43 yards.
Wow.
Anderson, who didn't get a lot of carries during the regular season, but when he got them, averaged more than 8 yards a carry and scored 4 touchdowns. He also had a 59-yard touchdown run last week against Lockport. 9:15 left in the third. 30-0 still score for Jamestown, and they want more. And Drake gets the call he wants from Langworthy. 2-back set in the pistol formation, Anderson and Butera. And this time it'll be an inside give to Butera, and he will get to about the 42, 43-yard line, so a gain of about 4 yards.
Respectable small run. So that brings him to over 120, 122 yards on the ground for Jalen Butera.
Another strong performance. The other time against Williamsville South, he ran for a $193.
He's pretty. I think he's going to be on pace for that, or a little over 200 for the night.
The way he's going, he'll at least match his last mark.
100%.
And he already has more rush yards than he did last week against Lockport, albeit he only played a quarter and change.
Yeah, I think he only played like actually a quarter and a half.
Just an estimation as the snap and another give to Butera, and he'll get met up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard from the spot.
Looks like they actually got 2.
Matthew Murphy on the stop.
Yep, from the vantage point on my monitor, which is the camera you are all seeing. It's about a gain of 2 on the play.
And it is 3rd down 4 at the 41-yard line of the Billies as we hit 8 minutes left in the third quarter. And a little bit of a miscommunication here, but Jamestown's able to resolve it.
Again, Trey Drake, 2 for 3, 76 yards. All of those going to Freeney.
And Melendez set in motion. Here's a snap. It's going to be a pitch here to Butera. And Butera finds the gap, and he's loose again. And he gets tackled at around the 21-yard line. How about 20 more yards to the total?
That's just unbelievable for Jalen Butera. So Jamestown just rolling again to start up, coming out of halftime. And we've seen this before. Jamestown coming out of the half just as strong as they came out when they started the game.
Yes. And so far for Jamestown, 18 rush attempts, 187 yards, nearly 10.5 yards a carry. First down and 10 at the 23-yard line of Jamestown, and it's going to be another give to Butera. And he'll get stopped and knocked out of bounds by Thompson.
Yep, that's going to stop the clock just for a fraction of a second.
Butera on the carry.
Gain of 2, I do believe.
We'll see for the spot. Looks like it's going to be no gain.
No, Norm. It is going to be
a yard.
2 yards now. It's just updated.
So a bit of confusion on the board, but it has been taken care of. So 2nd down and 8 at the 21-yard line to the Billies. So far, the running game going so well for Jamestown, Drake hasn't really had to throw it much.
After a slow start, Norm.
Yes.
Remember in the first quarter, looked like Williamsville South had an answer for Jalen.
How about a pitch on the other side, and Butera finds the gap, and he gets to the 5 and to the moon, Jalen Butera. How about another touchdown, 4th one of the night?
I am so sorry, Norm. It's coming back. It's
there's a flag.
There is a flag.
And it's going to be a spot foul plus 10 yards.
Unless it's a legal block in the back. It's a holding. And if you're Jamestown, that is not what you wanted. Well, that occurred at the 10-yard line. So instead of a touchdown, it's probably going to be
looks like it's going to be 21-yard line.
21-yard line, so that's going to make it
On the 21-yard line.
Got a yard.
2nd down and 7.
Well, instead of a touchdown, it's now 2nd and 7.
So they get 1 yard.
Again, there's been some penalties that have actually cost Jamestown in this game, and that's one of them. I saw the flag thrown. This time I wanted to wait for your call to be finished instead of interrupting you.
And you did fine with that. And that's how I would prefer it anyways. Timeout call by Jamestown. We will take a break ourselves. 6:58 left in the third. 30-0 still to score. Stick around for more of this Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup right here on WNY Athletics.
Can lead lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
All right, and welcome back to Strider Field, where it's currently 30-0. A holding penalty makes this a 2nd and 7 instead of a Jalen Butera touchdown.
But here comes another give to Butera on this time. Oh, knocked around like a pinball, but he makes a couple guys miss and gets about 4 yards.
So now it's just 3rd and 3. So that is going to be 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 from my vantage point.
Gain of 3, 3rd down and 4. So again, definitely 4-down territory if you want to do this, even though you're up 30-0. Two-back pistol formation as Drake gets ready to take the snap at shotgun. And it's going to be a give to Anderson. Anderson finds the gap and to the moon, Ben Anderson. How about a touchdown run for him? Second carry on this drive alone, 18 yards out, 36-0, and for Anderson, 61 yards on just 2 carries.
Exactly. So now if you're Jamestown, you're rolling, you're feeling confident, and if you keep this pressure up, you're going to be at Highmark Stadium for a chance to win the Section 6 Class A title next week at 8 o'clock on Friday.
And Profiter getting set for the extra point. Snap, high one, put down, kick on the way, and just squeezes through.
Ooh.
And 37-0 the score. A double up on the clock. 6:12 left in the third. As both teams will prepare for the kickoff. And Jamestown huddling up so they can be ready, and the Billies are almost ready as well. So this is going rather quickly. Again, Ben Anderson with an 18-yard touchdown run extends the lead 37-0. And if you're the Billies, just to start it off, get one on the board. Jamestown coming off that 54-8 victory over Lockport a week ago in a game where it was 28-0 at the end of the first, 42-0 by halftime. And now they're on pace to at least come close to matching the point total from last week. And the deep men for the Billies, from what we've seen throughout the game on the returns, it's going to be Dewar, Thompson, and Graves. And it's going to be tough for the Red Raiders.
So all of a sudden, from the beginning where it looked like it was going to be a tight defensive affair, this game has opened up wide.
And here comes Miller's kick. And this will be another poocher. And it gets fielded at around the 29-yard line. And picking up some blocks, gets it to around the 38, 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Billies as they look to get this donut hole off the board.
Yeah, at this point, if you're a Williamsville South, you just want to get one. Just one touchdown. You know, something just to build some momentum up, feel good about yourself.
There'll be another quarterback in, It almost looked like someone else is going to come in place of Tosca, but that's not the case, just a substitutional thing, as the Billies are about to break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 39. And a broken huddle as Jamestown been showing the blitz all night, and they're about to show it again. And here come the Billies in a tight shotgun formation. Here's the pitch, and here comes a pass, but read right away by Nickerson. And that's the second time they've tried a trick play like that, and it just gets blown up in smoke.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 11, 20, 39.
It's going
to
to
the 19?
If it's the 19, that's a 20-yard loss. But it looks like right now it's at the...
Actually, no, never mind. No, it's
13-yard loss.
Okay.
So back at the 26-yard line, that pitch was to Brad Avell, looking to throw on a little trick play, but he just had no time. And it's going to be a trips left, one receiver to the right. Here's a snap, and it's going to be an inside give to Zachary. And, ball's loose. Picked up by the Raiders. That's Nickerson, and he's going all the way. How about a defensive touchdown?
Nope.
Oh, no, down to 1.
And he actually lost the ball, Norm.
I wonder, though, if he was down before it went out.
Nope. So it's a fumble recovery. It went out. It's a Jamestown ball, a clear Jamestown recovery. Came loose on the turn. So it's going to be Jamestown ball, it looks like at the 5-yard line.
Oh, and it looked like he was going to go all the way on it. But even so, first and goal at the 5, you know this is going to be Wildcat.
Yeah, give credit, though, to the offensive lineman that chased him down for the tackle. Because Nickerson was about to get to the house.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Butera throw a jump pass on this one. But here it is, and it's going to be the Wildcat again, and he'll walk into the end zone. So how about 4 touchdowns for Butera? 43-0, 5:03 left in quarter number 3, and the way it's looking, Jamestown is going to be waiting for the winner of the Frontier Hamburg game.
Yeah, we're going to be waiting for updates of that as I'm going to continue doing my live updating. So Norm, take it away for a while.
So it's going to be Profiter kicking the extra point here for Jamestown. Drake the holder. Again, a 5-yard run by Butera after Nickerson's scoop and score came up short. And here's a snap, put down. Nearly got blocked again, but it hits the upright, and it's no good. Hits off the right upright and goes out, but that's just a very, very minimal dissipation for Jamestown as it's still 43-0, 5:03 left in the third quarter. And Jamestown extends the lead yet again as they will prepare to kick it off once again to the Williamsville South Billies. And again, if you are the Billies, just get one on the board to start it off. Rather walk away with some points on the board than being shut out. But we do have more updates that we'll provide along the way. And last we knew, the score was still 21-14 Frontier over Hamburg. And the Bennett game, 54-14 at halftime. Orchard Park looked like they were getting a little momentum going, but they give up a return touchdown on the ensuing kickoff, and plus a 2-point conversion by the Tigers. So Jamestown will get back out onto the field. Again, 5:03 left in the third quarter, 43-0 in favor of Jamestown. And Keith Miller is going to kick it off. And again, the deep men, Dewar, Thompson, and Graves.
At this point, it's probably going to be close to a running clock.
I would say if Jamestown scores again and the Billies still have a 0 on the board, that's what I think it's going to happen. But here's total leather by Miller. And, that hit off of a front guy for the Billies. And it gets picked up and got recovered there by Thompson. Did it get loose again? Jamestown saying they got the ball. Let's see the indication.
It looks like it's going to be first down for the Billies.
So, yep, the Billies were barely able to get it. And that's one thing that's been confusing me sometimes during these squib kicks. A lot of these returners, I don't know if they realize when it goes past 10 yards, it is a live ball. If it's not touched, we've seen some players just freeze up.
Right. It's almost like a free kick, too, I believe.
Yeah.
Where if it's past 10 yards, no matter what, it's a live ball. So, anyways, fortunate for Williamsville South that landed on it instead of giving that Jamestown offense another chance to score another touchdown on you.
I'm sure the offense jokingly is saying, come on, we need a break.
Yeah.
But 43-0 to score, 13 points in the third quarter for Jamestown alone.
After Ella's PAT went off the upright. So.
But first and 10, 29-yard line, and Tasca in the pistol formation. Jamestown with 2 down linemen, 2 edgers. And here comes, it's going to be a sideline pass. That's complete to Johnson. And minimal yardage on the play. So second down for the Billies, 43-0 to score, and that was again 7 yards on the pass. And personally, prior to the start of this game, I thought this was going to be a much closer shootout.
We both anticipated. We both going after the conclusion of last week and talking to John. We knew that this was possibly going to be one of the games of the year for this class.
Yes.
But it's turning out just to be, I don't want to say another Jamestown blowout, but Jamestown's just been really, really strong.
They've had an answer for everything as it's second down 3 at their own 36-yard line for Williamsville South. And here comes the rush. It's going to be a give on the counter here to Dewar. And Dewar will, I believe he's going to lose a yard on that run.
I also believe that, Norm. And from the referee's indication, he did.
So it'll be 3rd down 4 at the 35-yard line. 43-0, 4.5 left in the third.
It's not looking good if you're Williamsville South. But, I mean, still, they've had a great season. I mean, after losing the first 2, coming back to win 7 games, and I mean, in convincing fashion, Norm.
Yes.
If you look at those scores, Williamsville South has been a very dominant team in Class A South.
Yeah, and their other games, 38-16, 45-22, 28-22, a double up 30-15, 48-14, 50-15, and 34-16 as it's a 3rd and 3 at the 36. And it's going to be a give on a dive to Zachary, but he is going to lose a couple yards. Jamestown, again, blew up the holes and got in there to avoid a first down.
Looks like it's fortunate it's going to be a loss of 2. Oh, they're going to say no gain on the play.
No, loss of a yard. 4th and 4 to 35. It was 3rd and 3 to 36. And let's see what the Billies do here. It looks like they're going to go for it, and at this point, you have to.
100%, especially against this Jamestown team.
So under 3.5 minutes left in the third. 43-0 to score. And here comes Tasca and in the huddle. Billy's looking to just get some points on the board. And they're going to go with 3 wides and 2 backs. This is a pistol formation here. And Jamestown, I would guess they're going to come with a big blitz. They've been successful with it all night. Here's the snap, and we have a flag.
Probably delay a game.
Yes, it is. Delay a game on the Billies. So that's going to make this a 4th and 9. So referee saying let the clock run. Under 3 minutes left in the third. And Billy's looking to find a way to at least extend this drive for the time being.
So if they don't convert here, Jamestown has great field position.
Again, pistol formation, and Jamestown showing the blitz. O'Brien and Farmer have been strong on the edges tonight. And Tasca, here comes the blitz, looking. He'll shoot it downfield, and that's caught. But that's going to be a couple yards shy of the first down.
Actually, Norm, it looks like he's at the marker from this angle.
We'll have to see. It looks like it's at the 37-38.
It's at the 30. It's at the 39. That's a 39.
So they converted the 4th down. So there's the start. They converted the 4th down. Now you got to build off it.
Exactly, and that's a big gain for Williamsville South.
So 1st and 10, they're on 39-yard line. And the Billies will break the huddle. So just enough on that completion to Johnson to get a first down on the 4th down attempt. Dewar set in motion, and it's going to be a give to Zachary, and breaks some tackles, crosses midfield, makes a couple of men miss, and he gets to around the 38-yard line. That'll be about a 23-yard run on the play. More than enough for another Billy's first down.
That was the best running play for Williamsville South all night.
Yes, it was. And so far, 35 total plays, 87 yards for the Billies versus 291 for the Red Raiders.
Yeah. That's actually a triple up, Norm, if my math is right.
It's a little more than that, but
wow.
Trips right, one receiver to the left as a motion man is Avelt and gets sent back, and it's going to be a give here to Everett. Dewar, excuse me. And Dewar gets to inside the 20-yard line, so how about another first down?
About another 20-yard run.
Looked like it was about 17 yards, and yes, it will be. It's at the 20-yard line.
So now they're in triple digits.
And they're threatening to get some points on the board. Under 90 seconds left in the third. And here's a snap and another give to Dewar. Dewar gets to the 15, makes a couple men miss the 10, and he'll be brought down at around the 6-7 yard line.
So another 14-yard run.
First and goal at the 6-yard line, and a chance for the Billies to finally get on the board.
Exactly, and something to feel good about.
Billies break the huddle. Best drive of the night so far for Williamsville South, and they have a chance to get this bagel off the board.
Something to feel good about.
Tasco wants to get to the air, looks. Here comes the rush, throws, and that's caught for a touchdown, but there is a flag. Pass was caught by Johnson, Brett Johnson, number 14.
I think
it looks like it'll be a PI, but the question is, who will it be on?
I think it's offensive pass interference because it looked like he pushed off a little bit, but I can't tell from this angle.
We'll have to wait and see here.
Because that looks like it was in the area of offensive pass interference.
And we're going to wait for it here.
Oh, it might be in Jamestown.
Yeah,
he's going to talk to the coach.
So from the indication, it's going to be on Jamestown.
Which is actually going to keep the touchdown on the board. So it will be a touchdown.
So the extra point right now being held off, and it was Voyer about to boot it.
Right.
What's going to the touchdown count? It's going to be a defensive holding on Jamestown.
Oh, okay.
So the Billies, mission accomplished. You got one on the board. Now build off it. Here comes Voyer's PAT. Snap, put down, kick on the way, and that one's right down Broadway.
Beautiful.
43-7, under 49 seconds left in the third. And in all honesty, you're down 36 points. Try getting the ball back.
100% offside kick. Or onside kick, my apologies.
Just have to be ready for it, as both teams will prepare for another kickoff. Again, 48-8 left in quarter number 3, 43-7 now the score, as the Red Raiders and the Billies get ready for another kickoff. So the unit is out there for Jamestown. We're just waiting for the Billies on it, and the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. It was a defensive holding on Tasca's touchdown pass to Brett Johnson to get the Billies on the scoreboard. So the kickoff will be either at the 35 or the 30-yard line. Or, no, I beg your pardon, it's going to be in midfield. Again, it's going to be Voyer putting total leather for the Billies. And again, it wouldn't hurt to try a little onside kick.
100%, especially in this part of the field, Norm.
But here comes the boot. And, Voyer kicks it deep, and it's a beauty. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. And it'll be first down and 10 for Jamestown.
I don't know. I could see the logic behind it, but I also question why that wasn't an onside kick. You're trying to get the ball back, build some more momentum going in. You could possibly come back, two quick scores, and all of a sudden you're back in this game. But
yes, there is a fair amount of time left. There's a slightly under 13 minutes, but
yeah, we got about 12 minutes and 48 seconds left in this game. So,
and for one team, one's moving on, the other one's going home. And the Raiders break the huddle. Wright's going to be in for a play as the running back.
And he can run the ball just as well as Butera has.
The 4th and 42 run against Hamburg. Good example. And he will get the carry, and he'll get it to about the 25-yard line. We have seen Wright on the field tonight, but it's been mainly as a defender.
Right. And that's going to be about a gain of 6.
So second down, 4, thrown 26-yard line.
So 221 rushing yards for the Jamestown Red Raider offense in total. Butera, about 130 of that.
I'd say 155.
Okay, 297 total yards because Ben Drake is 2 for 3 for 76 yards.
And they're just going to let the clock run here, and that's how we're going to end the third quarter. Score now, Jamestown 43 and Williamsville South 7. But stick around for the fourth and final quarter of this Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup between Williamsville South and Jamestown right here on NFHS.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
And we're about to start the fourth and final quarter here of this Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup on WNY Athletics between the Jamestown Red Raiders and Williamsville South Billies at Strider Field. And it's another give to Radon Wright, and this time...
Oh, he got about 3 yards right there.
For my view, it was about 2-3 yards.
I believe it's going to be, it looks like 3 from here. Yeah, it's going to actually be 3rd and inches.
Yep. So 3rd down and inches to go here for the Red Raiders. And Jamestown just taking their time, and that's the smart idea. And there is an update also on that Frontier Hamburg game. Frontier's up 28-14.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tighter game than this one. I mean, Hamburg and Frontier are 2 great teams.
Here's another give to Radon Wright, and he'll get more than enough for the first down. Gets tackled at around the 37-38. Or I beg your pardon, 2nd down 2, so there was enough for the first down on the last play.
It's a little more difficult up here, Norm, especially from our vantage point when it's a little further to our left. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have the monitor right in front of me, but, you know, I can see where it's a little bit more difficult from our natural angle. Anyways, here comes the handoff to, I think, Radon White. He's going to run through. He has plenty for the first down. It's about a gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, got to about the 42-yard line, and Jamestown less than 10.5 away to advancing to Highmark Stadium.
Yeah, and again, a second appearance, back-to-back years in Class A, back-to-back appearances in the Class A finals.
Albeit that didn't happen earlier this year due to the COVID protocols.
Nope, the Section 6 Class A final was played here in Jamestown.
Yep.
So instead of advancing to Strider Field for the Class A title, you're advancing to the Ralph, or to Highmark, my apologies.
Some people still call it the Ralph, but they're going to go in a pistol here. And it's another give to Wright. And Wright's gone. He's to the races unless the defenders can catch him. And he'll be brought down at around the 10-yard line. So found the gap and just turned on the juice to get loose.
Yeah, that was about a 30. Yeah, that's about a 33-yard gain for Radon Wright.
Jamestown, I'm sure they're hungry to get 50 points on the board. They did it last week, albeit it was on the final play of the game.
Yeah, to secure coming to this game, 54-8 was the final from last week.
And this is going to be similar the way this is going. A little over 9 minutes left in regulation, 43-7 in favor of Jamestown. And they're going to stick with the pistol formation. Drake about to take a shotgun snap. And here it is, and it's going to be a give to Wright. Right to the 5, to the 2, and around the 6-inch line.
So close.
Right on the carry.
So close for a touchdown for Raynham Wright. And again, he's auditioning for next year as he is a junior.
Yes, he is.
So he's auditioning to start, and he's making a very strong case.
Yep, and it's going to be second down and goal at the 1. There is an update on another game, Bennett and Orchard Park. A little over 3 minutes left in the third. Score now 62-14.
Oh, my goodness. So Bennett is most likely going to face Lancaster at Highmark next week.
And that should be one of the games to look at for it, as this will be a give to Wright, and he'll walk into the end zone for a touchdown. 49 points on the board. A septuple up, if you want to say that, for Jamestown. And with the extra point, puts him at even 50.
That is incredible work by this Jamestown offense after a slow start.
So 49-7, and Profit is going to kick the PAT. Her last one hit off the upright and went out.
So we're just waiting for the PAT right now. 8:14 left.
Oh, high snap! And it's rolling back to the 25, and Drake will just fall on it.
That's a smart play because it could have been returned for 2.
So the score goes back to even, so an even 7 touchdowns, you could say. 49-7, 8:14 left in the game, and now the goal for the Billies is break double digits.
Yeah, just get something. I would say double digits. If you're in Jamestown, boot this ball in deeps. Maybe get 1 or 2 more stops.
Yeah.
Or maybe start getting your second string ready. Because at this rate, Jamestown's going to Highmark.
And there's also an update on Class B action, all being Purple Eagles versus the Iroquois Chiefs. Iroquois is up 35-12 midway through the third quarter. And we'll have more updates as the rest of this quarter runs along. Yeah, there was also a few games going on last night as well.
Yep, little Funk Bowl action.
Yeah, one of them was South Park versus West Seneca West. But here's going to be a kickoff again by Miller, and again, the deep men, Dewar, Thompson, and number 10, Max Graves. It's a squib kick, and it gets recovered there by Pierce, and Pierce will get to the 45. Farmer with the tackle at around the 48.
So 8:08 left in the fourth quarter. And if you're Williamsville South, you just want to get some more points on the board, feel good about yourself.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line for the Billies. And one of the final scores from last night, South Park pulled off the win against West Seneca West Indians 22-9. That was at West Seneca West on Thursday night, one of the games that was going on then. And one of the games going on tomorrow night, which the crew will be on call for, Franklin Elkinville Titans versus the Clymer Sherman Panama Wolfpack, as this will be a handoff, but Dewar gets stuffed right away. Caleb Bain, the main man on the tackle, along with some help from O'Brien.
Looks like it's going to be a loss of 4 on the carry. So Williamsville South still unable to get something done against this Jamestown defense.
And it's going to be 2nd and 13, a 3-yard loss on the play.
Second down and 13.
And Williamsville South looking to at least end this game on a positive note going into the offseason.
Yeah.
And the Billies just waiting for the play, and they're just going to take their time here. And that's not a bad idea. You don't want Jamestown to try and go 50 on you.
Exactly.
So it's going to be 2nd down 13 at their own 44-yard line. And here's a throw that's complete to midfield. And it looks like Tasco may have gotten his hand jammed on the throw. Got rushed again. The pass was complete to Brett Johnson, and Johnson's had a busy game. And now Kyler Nickerson is down. And we'll take a break. 6:59 left in the game. 49-7 in favor of Jamestown. You're watching the Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup between Jamestown and Williamsville South right here on WNY Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
And, sorry.
I was about to say, we are back live at Strider Field, where it's currently 49-7. That was Nickerson, who was able to get up under his own power, which is good to see.
Yeah, may have been a little dinged up or maybe a jam knee, but getting up, it's nothing serious. So here comes a motion man, and it's going to be a fake and a give on the counter to Zachary. Zachary made a couple of guys miss, and he gets to about the 40-yard line. So he's got more than enough for a first down. Great effort there by Nathaniel Zachary on that run.
Yeah, that's going to be about a gain of 13 yards.
Plays good for first down. First and 10, Will South.
And another score from a game last night. Dunkirk Marauders took on the Burgard Bulldogs, and Dunkirk pulled off a 20-8 victory, respectively, as the Billies look to add another touchdown to the board, and it's Zachary again, and he finds a gap, picks up a block, and he gets tackled at around the 21-22.
And again, so now their rushing is a lot better. But it's going to be too little too late. Because that was a 17-yard gain.
So a little over 6 minutes left in the game, 49-7 to score, as Billy's looking to just get another touchdown on the board, break double digits. And the Billies break the huddle. And here comes a four-wide set. It's going to be a give, and it's to Dewar. He'll cross the 20, gets it to about the 19. And so the clock keeps on rolling, a little under 5:45 left in the game, and 19-yard line now for the Billies. And they're getting close to another touchdown on the board as Tasca gets the play. And the Billies will relay it and break the huddle.
They're super close to 100 rushing yards. There is a positive, Breaking triple digits is always a good thing.
Yeah, but it's going to be a case of too little, too late. Tasco in a pistol formation. Here's a snap. It's going to be a give. Oh, flea flicker. And Tasco will throw it to the end zone, and it is incomplete. The deflection there by Sean Page influenced it as it was intended for Max Graves, and another trick play for the Billies, but it nearly yet again got busted. The rush was there for Jamestown, but Tasco was able to extend the play and throw it for the end zone.
Yeah, and that was a great job because he had number 52 on him.
Caleb Bain.
Caleb Bain, who's also one of the kickers, I believe.
Yes. And he also had one of the plays of the year for Jamestown as Wright is limping off the field. That's one of the worst minor things to have a rolled ankle. But 3rd and 6 at Jamestown's 19, 5:01 left in the game. Dewar, the motion man, it's going to be a give to him. And he is able to get the first down and gets it to around the...
Nope.
Excuse me. It was 3rd and 6, not 3rd and a yard. I looked at the board wrong. So it's going to be 4th down here for Williamsville South, a gain of a yard, 4th and 5 at the 18.
They broke 100, though. So... there's a positive.
Yes, but you want to get another one on the board as a timeout's called by the Billies. 4:34 left in the game, 49-7 in favor of Jamestown. And we'll be right back after some words from our sponsors right here on WNY Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
All right, a little over 4.5 minutes left in the game. 4th and 5 of the 19, 49-7 in favor of Jamestown. And we just found out a not-so-surprising update. End of 3 quarters, Southwestern, Fredonia, tied with a blackjack each at 21.
I hope they don't take another hit.
But here comes a pass, and Dewar wants to throw for it. Throws a lollipop and picked off. But there's a flag on the play. Tyrese Wolford had the interception. Another trick play that just goes up in smoke like the end of a blown-up cigar.
Yeah, but it's going to be against Jamestown.
If that's a penalty that's enough against Jamestown, that could be an automatic first down.
I think it will be an automatic first. Oh, they're waving it.
Oh, they're waving it off, so probably an inadvertent flag. It could have fallen out of a pocket or a misinterpretation, but another turnover by the Billies, and it's going to be first down and 10 for the Jamestown Red Raiders, and that's not the first interception we've seen from Wolford. The ending of the game against South Park, he had a 95-yard pick six.
Exactly. And now we're going to come back to the score updates in Class C. Medina up 32-0, Norm.
Woo.
After Payne scores the second rushing touchdown, this time on a sneak from a yard out.
Wow.
So, anyways, Jamestown offense, you're going to run the clock get a couple first downs, and then you're probably going to take victory formation and get yourself to high mark next week healthy.
And there's going to be another quarterback in, and it's going to be a give. Oh, fumbled ball, but it gets recovered, and not sure who had the carry. Oh, it was Michael Boron on the carry, and number 41 for Jamestown taking the snaps.
Number 1 for Jamestown is...
We don't have a 41 on our roster, so we're not sure who it is, but he is the one taking the snaps for Jamestown. So that's the end of the night for Trey Drake.
Which is the best thing, because then you keep him completely healthy for your matchup next week, because this score is probably going to hold.
It's going to be second down 11, a 1-yard loss on the errant pitch. And here's a snap, and this will be a handoff here, and that's to Gage Valet, and he's going nowhere.
So now the backup's starting to see a little bit more action. It's going to be a loss of 2. Jack Carlson.
So Jack Carlson, he's number 41 for the Jamestown Red Raiders, and he's taking the snaps right now as it's the end of the night for Trey Drake, and 2 plays, minus 2 yards for Jamestown on this drive. So it'll be third down 12 at their own 15. And they're going to stick with the pistol formation here.
Probably let Carlson throw.
2-back set, and here comes a handoff, and that's again to Boron. And once again, behind the line of scrimmage, and one of the guys there on the tackle was Luke Coppola, number 54. So fourth down and 12, 3 plays, minus 2 yards on that drive. And it looks like they're going to punt the ball here.
Which is probably the best decision. You know, you're not really losing anything by punting the ball.
Unless they choose to run the clock and call a timeout. They do have 2 timeouts left.
They do. Both teams respectively have 2 timeouts left.
Again, it's 4th and 12 at their own 15-yard line. And we see some of the Jamestown players celebrating as Jamestown will call a timeout. So just a way probably to run the clock down and just call a timeout. So 2:01 left in the game, 49-7 to score. And when both teams come back, Jamestown will probably have their punt unit out.
Exactly, and if you're Williamsville South, maybe wouldn't be that bad of an idea now because it's just over 2 minutes. Maybe put in your second string.
Get them a little experience.
Exactly, at least give them the feel of a playoff game, playing-wise.
And from what we have seen, this will be the last high school game for Dewar, Zachary, Graves, and Tasca.
Keep their heads up, though. They had a great season, Norm.
Oh, yes. 0-2 start, 7-game winning streak coming into this game. And in spite of this be ending in a not-so-glamorous way, I'm sure their head coach is thinking, still a successful season.
100%, because, you lost 2, then you were able to punch 7 victories in a tough Class A South division. Norm, that's nothing to be ashamed about.
Oh, no.
That is great. A great, great season for the Williamsville South Billies, but, sometimes the clock strikes midnight.
And it'll be Thompson and Graves, the 2 deep men for the punt, and it's going to be Melendez booting it. Again, 2:01 left in the game, 49-7 in favor of Jamestown. Snap, and here comes the boot. And that punt's a beauty. And it'll bounce to the 45 and roll past midfield, so a good Jamestown bounce. And it will stop at around the 44-yard line.
Wow.
So that's going to be a 44-yard punt there, or excuse me, a 41-yard punt for Colin Melendez. And now it's going to be first down and 10 for the Billies.
That was a great punt by Colin. We know he's been able to punt, but that was probably one of the more beautiful punts he's had all season long.
And let's see if they're going to stick with Tasca on the field for the Billies. 8 of 20 for 64 yards and a touchdown. And he's also thrown an interception. And it's going to be first and 10 at their own 44-yard line. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they do have a chance to get at least one more on the board.
Exactly. There's enough time for that.
And Jamestown again showing the blitz. Pistol formation. It's going to be a pitch on the counter. And Dewar finds some space, crosses midfield, breaks some tackles with a 40, and he's down the sideline, and he's gone. And that's how you should end it, on a good note like that. Christian Dewar, another senior on the team for the Billies, and if that's his final play as a Williamsville South Billy, you ended it with a bang.
Well, a 56-yard run on a pitch or on a cut to the outside, yeah, that's a great job there by Williamsville South. But again, Jamestown up at an unclimbable rate.
So now 49-13, a $1:32 left in the game, and Voyer's going to come on for the extra point. And so Voyer with the extra point.
So now when Jamestown gets the ball back, or if they get the ball back, because, onside kick is a possibility.
As the extra point's good?
They'll probably just go into victory formation, depending on how much time is left.
So 49-14, a $1:32 left in the ball game, and if you're the Billies, onside kick and try to get that and maybe get one more score.
Maybe. You did it against Jamestown last time. Actually, you did a couple times. This time in Jamestown.
So both kickoff units about ready to prepare to get on the field. Again, 49-14, 1:32 left in the game.
And for the season, this is actually going to be the last game here at Strider Field for us.
Yes, it will be. As again, we'll be at Highmark next week. And this is something you and I have been looking forward to going to for the last 3 years.
100%.
We had chances for that in the Carrier Dome in the past, but due to some circumstances beyond our control, it just fell through the cracks. But this time it's for real. I'm excited for it. I know you're excited for it. As Voyer will kick toe to leather off the tee for the Billies. And let's see what they do here. Wouldn't hurt to try an onside, try and walk out with some more points. But here comes the kick, and it's going to be a deep one, and that's another beautiful kick. And it gets fielded there by number 49 from what we see, and he'll just knee it inside past the 5-yard line.
That was the right idea.
Give them enough space to where they can knee it, and then put one on the ground yourself.
Yep, 126 remaining in this game. Again, Jamestown will be facing the winner of the Hamburg Frontier game, which is currently the lead for Hamburg. Last time we knew it was 28-14 in favor of Frontier, which that's actually not really that surprising.
No, it's not.
Because Frontier is such a great team, and Jamestown and Frontier have had such great battles, especially at Highmark or on the road to Highmark in 13 and 14.
Yeah. And all the stars are going to come back because this will be the victory formation for Jamestown. And we will probably hear the fans and the players get all over it as the first knee goes down. Ball spot at the 8-yard line. And so there's the kneel down as the clock will keep on winding down.
Yep.
So we're 115, 49-14. That's what's the outcome's going to more likely than not be by a mile, but anything can happen.
Yeah, some strange and weird circumstances. But now we got a minute.
Yes, we do. And the fans starting to get into it, and that's one of those cheers where that's like one of those no-nos. Warm up the bus, start the buses.
Yeah, that's a little, especially after such a great season for Williamsville South. But Jamestown has got to start the buses to get them ready to go to Highmark next Friday night at 8 o'clock.
Yes, next Friday night, 8 p.m. And this is going to be the final outcome of the game. So your final score, Jamestown Red Raiders 49, Williamsville South Billies 14. So Williamsville South finishes 7-3 on the season, winners of 7 of their last 8. Their season comes to a sad end, so to speak, but still, congratulations to them on a successful season.
Exactly.
0-2 start. They turned into a 7-game winning streak, but they just ran into a brick road and they couldn't blow it apart.
The clock struck midnight. Anyways, the teams are going to go congratulate and shake hands, as is per tradition, an honorable tradition. You know, you left everything on the gridiron.
And also a sign of sportsmanship as well. But that's the end of the game. Your final score, Jamestown Red Raiders 49, Williamsville South Billies 14. And to the Red Raider fans, stay tuned and stick around for the Hamburg Frontier game. Last we knew, Frontier was up by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The winner of that game will be taking on Jamestown at Highmark Stadium next week, and we're going to be there as well. And with that, on behalf of WNY Flex and from 300 Level Media Company, along with Jeremy Becker, I'm Norm Rodriguez saying you've been watching the Section 6 Class A semifinals matchup right here on WNY Athletics. Until next time.
Good night, everyone.